Hey friends, quick video this morning. I hope it's quick. And this came to me in meditation now. And of course I'm addressing you guys who are starseeds, lightworkers, cosmic wanderers, those who are awakening, and those who've come here with a mission of some kind, even if you can't remember what it is. And I'm sure most of us can't really remember. We just have a feeling that there's something there that we want to do. But mostly, and quite often rather, it is clouded with I don't know what to do, and I can't remember. But there's that frustration of, I want to do something, and I don't feel that I'm doing it. Okay, so one point I want to bring up here is that feeling of not knowing, and the feeling of being odd, and the feeling of not fitting in, and the feeling of your way doesn't work, is exactly part of this journey, because, and it's part of your mission, because that feeling of being odd is like a doorway into what is your gift and what you're here to bring. Now, if the whole world is carrying along one direction and it's heading for disaster, even though everybody seems to be happy and successful, but you're not fitting into that mold, you just know that something's wrong with this picture. So your sense of being odd is necessary. You step out of that crowd and start to pull in some new knowledge. Now, first you won't know what it is, but it begins with the discomfort. So call this now, it's like a doorway to your gift. So what you want to do is feel into the negative. In other words, feel into the discomfort of not knowing. The discomfort of wanting to know your purpose but not knowing it. The discomfort of not knowing how the world works, but yet you also seem to have a deep wisdom. You want to feel into that, because that is the doorway, that is the light in you shining forth, wanting something different. And then when you feel into it, so this is, notice here we're not running away from so-called negative emotion, we're feeling into it. This is the way of the light, the advanced light worker, to feel into it, to be present with the emotion, to be light within dark, because that dark also has a message. So you're feeling into it, and then you can ask yourself, what do I long for? What do I really long for in the situation? It might be something like purpose, freedom, peace, ease, flowing abundance. Like I'd love to have work, bank accounts full, flow, ease, health. Then you feel more and more into that. So you give that a chance of what you long for. Now the longing is a very precious thing. It comes from the heart. And it might bring up some resistance because we're not used to giving the heart time. And because we're all wounded in the heart. So when you get into heart qualities, it can be a little bit difficult. But what you want to do is give yourself a few minutes of this, just taking a chance to feel into ease, peace, abundance, and feeling more and more of it. If there's resistance, what you do is you just watch that. Allow the resistance to be there. So now I'm watching resistance. Ooh, I can't have peace, I don't deserve. You're watching that and allow it to be there. And you give yourself permission to feel it exactly as it is. And then you'll find it'll ease because you've given it permission. You're not pushing it away. So you're giving everything that arises permission, and you're feeling more and more into what you love, more of the heart qualities. And you're just noticing what happens in your energy field and around what you notice. You might notice quietness, stillness, peace, bird sounds outside, light. But they will come almost from the surroundings at a deeper level of peace. And this is the level of your true nature. So just by following the heart quality and just by allowing any negatives to be there and not engaging with them, but watching and accepting, you will begin to pick up a higher level of heart quality, if I can call it that, a higher level of peace, a higher level of flow that is already pre-existing. This is part of your nature. You just start to become noticing and aware of that. It's here. So now this is your gift. This is part of what you've come. Part of the teaching is to know that you can lift into the state regardless of what's happening in your circumstances. So you're not trying to fix the circumstances now. You are using the circumstances as contrast. Let me feel it, what I want, what does my heart want, what I long for. Take a chance on feeling the longing. Expand into it, breathe into that longing. If there's any negatives, you just watch them. And then a high level of peace, abundance starts to appear. You'll notice it subtly in the background. This is your nature. This is the message. This is what you bring. You're here to. One of your things is to tell and demonstrate to humanity that you don't need to go chasing after all those things that you think make you happy, because your happiness is within. Your divine nature is already shining forth with peace, love, joy, happiness, and abundance. So give yourself a chance. This law of attraction teaching, some of them are quite good, but the message is let go of the circumstances and go to your truth of your frequency. So this is partly about that. Except I'm saying don't push away the negative. Use the negative, watch it and be with it, and the negative will show you what you really want. Okay, so take the chance on the frequency. Feel into it, and then demonstrate that in the world. Be the peace. That's it. Be the peace. Sounds very simple. It's quite challenging. So I'm here to encourage you, because I have to do it for myself, is to feel that peace when I don't feel it. What I know now is that even no matter what circumstances, even if I can't fix the circumstances, there is the peace inside me that I can tune into simply by letting go of those circumstances and focusing on what do I long for, or just simply focus on the moment. What's happening? What else do I notice around me? And then your message comes through. So another thing for light workers, you don't always know what your purpose is. It might not be a thing. It might not be a job or a role. It's to do with being in the heart. And the heart doesn't give you a nice roadmap to things. It only gives you the next step. So what you want to do is meditate into this. Feel that good feeling and the bliss of your nature, and then just open to what's the next step. Just this moment. What is the next step for now, for this hour? So it's quite challenging, because the heart doesn't have this map, or doesn't let us know, or we can't decipher it. So you go with what's next, the now, the power of now. That's what you do. Okay, we'll leave it there now. The message is shift your frequency, but without denying the negative. When you shift it and notice what else is around here is your divine nature, and you channel that just in your being, and then you will be doing your work. Okay, have fun.